Lesser usually fixes watches.
I restore Rolex, high-end pocket watches, clocks, anything that ticks.
But lately he's been clocking long hours doing something else. A letter from the province's language police 2 years ago telling him his web-based business should be in French was the beginning.
And I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm not registered here. You do not own the World Wide Web, and I've done nothing wrong.
Then came the election of the PQ last fall, and something he heard on television that was the last straw.
Pauline Marois was being interviewed, and I heard a quote, and I'm quoting me, "Mon pays, Quebec." I heard that, and it's like a chill that went down my back. And I looked at my wife and said, that's it. That's the moment I've been waiting for.
So this born and bred Quebecer is moving to Ontario.
Truck has been rented, November 1st. I'm out of here.
Peter Shimon was born in Israel, but after living most of his 54 years here, he's also getting out.
I'm not giving up. I'm investing in myself.
Shimon speaks French and says he loves the Francophone culture and people. But after the PQ tried again to toughen up Quebec's language laws with Bill 14, he's decided to say au revoir.
I don't exist for the glory of French, I'm sorry. And I will not devote the rest of my life or my taxes or my energy or... I just don't have the energy for this anymore.
According to Statistics Canada, from January to June of this year, over 17,500 people left Quebec for other provinces. That's the highest number since 1997, not long after the last referendum on Quebec independence. We also contacted 17 moving companies in Montreal, and 65% of them told us they'd seen an increase in people leaving Quebec. Graham Amber's company is one of them.
It's just tired. It's just fed up since the 70s. It's been going on and on. It's just tiresome. It's good for us, but we like to have people coming back. Our trucks come back empty.
Majority Party Quebecois government has now been elected.
It's nothing like the Anglo exodus of 3 decades ago when 130,000 people left.
A lot of the people who are here are used to the peaks, valleys, ups and downs of Quebec politics.
But Jack Jedwab says there is a noticeable increase in talk among Anglophones and Allophones about leaving.
And the talk, I think, is very unhealthy for a society because it has an impact on whether people want to invest here, not only economically but otherwise, in the short and medium term.
We've got a property just outside of Lancaster.
Rebecca Collette is a real estate broker in Van Cleek Hill, Ontario. She says what started as a trickle has become a steady stream of Quebecers now moving just across the border.
They're fed up with the political situation. They're fed up with the language system. They're fed up with the school system.
And many are also lured to Ontario by something else, huge tax savings.
There are young families, there are older families, there are retirees. We've got doctors, lawyers, we have scientists. They live in Ontario and they still work in Quebec.
That community of Quebecers has prompted a retail construction boom across the border for those who now live and pay taxes in Ontario.
And it's not for the people in Hawkesbury that they're doing it, it's for all the new residents that are coming over.
The reasons for leaving Quebec have always been high taxes, the language debate, and an economy buffeted by politics and the independence movement. But add to that the Charter of Values, and for some, it's the end of the road.
Because of what's been going on lately with the Quebec Charter.
Alessandro Monteferrante sells real estate in Montreal. He says in the past month or so, he's been getting more calls from allophones wanting to leave.
In particular, I have 3 clients that have contacted me that they've decided that they've pretty much been fed up in general with the politics here in Quebec, and they've decided that it's time for them to move.
Some francophones are making tracks too. Quitter le Québec is a website for people who want to leave the province, started up by French-speaking Quebecers. Yannick L'Italien runs the site from his home in Hong Kong.
Obviously high taxes, obviously the non-inclusion feeling and whatnot, and this whole, Québécois de souche thing versus the others doesn't help the process either.
As he pounds the pavement in Toronto looking for a job and a place to live, Peter Shimon has already found a lot of reasons to feel better about his future.
I'm in heaven, and I think I should have moved here a long time ago.
And Darrell Lesser says he'll miss Montreal.
I love this province. I have absolutely zero problems with French-Canadian people.
But not the politics of the PQ government.
I give up. She wins. One less vote to worry about. Do I want to leave my home? No. But do I have to? Yes. That's personally how I feel. Time is right.
He may not be making a lot of noise, but he and others are quietly migrating to a place they hope will feel more like home. Caroline Van Vlartigan, CTV News, East Hawkesbury, Ontario.